Nami has finally freed herself from Arlong's grasp after 8 years of torture, essentially working for this guy, trying to get 100 million berries to buy back her town after he literally killed her mum. She's decided that she's going to put her faith in Luffy and her friends, and she's going to put all her chips on them. Essentially, Arlong gave her an ultimatum and said, "Are you my friend or their friend?" And the context of that was, "I will kill everybody in Kokoyashi village, um, as if you decide that you're going to work with Luffy and everybody else. But if you decide to work for me as a surveyor forever, I'll let everybody in the village live, but I'm still going to have to kill Luffy and everybody else." And she decided to put all of her chips, like I said, on Luffy and try and save everybody and finally free herself from Arlong. And it was such a relief. I love the metaphor that they used with the butterfly and the spider, and how the spider was about to eat the butterfly. And once Nami said that she was going to, put her faith in Luffy, the butterfly was freed. It's symbolic of Nami flying away from this web that she's been caught in for the last 8 years of Arlong. Besides that, this whole episode was about freeing Luffy from the water. Obviously, his legs are still trapped inside the cement, and the whole episode was about Sanji, Usopp, and Zoro all trying to save him, basically buying time from Arlong so they could go down and free him. It reminded me a little bit of like when Vegeta was trying to fight Kid Buu so Goku could form the Spirit Bomb a little bit. That's sort of what Zoro was doing. He was trying to protect Sanji from Arlong while he went down there to destroy the piece of cement so Luffy could be free. And it was pretty obvious from the get-go that Zoro stood no chance. Even if he was at full strength, he probably wouldn't be able to do anything to Arlong, probably. But the fact that Arlong picked him up and ripped his bandages off and he saw the scar that Mihawk left him, he was actually impressed at the fact that he was still fighting, because everybody saw that scar and was like, holy shit, that's the scar he got from fighting Mihawk. The scar was so crazy, Arlong was like, I need to kill him now, because he saw Zoro as a potential threat in the future just due to the fact that he was still fighting with such damage, which goes to show how determined and strong-minded Zoro really is. However, Sanji managed to get down and free Luffy from the cement, even though Hachi was chasing him, but he succumbed to his wounds that were sustained when he was fighting Zoro. He exploded in blood. It was pretty brutal. But either way, Sanji has rescued Luffy, and there's one thing that really made me laugh in this episode. As soon as Luffy was actually conscious again and he spouted all that water out of his mouth, the first thing he said was, "Where's your pinwheel?" again. And he's obsessed with that pinwheel, man. I swear to God, the pinwheel attack is what put him in this situation in the first place. So the fact he said that again as soon as he woke up, I just thought was hilarious, bro. I love Luffy. Either way, as soon as Luffy was awake, he sprung up into the air and saved Zoro. Well, kind of. He launched Zoro a million miles away. I thought he might have killed him. In the condition that Zoro's in, I don't feel like he could take something like that. He flew like Team Rocket, bro. And then Luffy came down and hit Arlong with the hardest headbutt I've ever seen, bro. Started hitting him with the JoJo combo, the Aura Aura combo. Sent him through the building. It did no damage, but goddamn, that was good to watch. Arlong is clearly like a tank that can't take damage. Like, the dude he's made of steel, pretty much, it feels like. The dude's scary, and he was chasing down Luffy, like, chomping like a shark. Like, he fights like a shark, and it's really creepy, bro. Like, sharks are terrifying, and this guy is just like a human, literally like a fish, like a human shark, essentially. Imagine that thing chasing you down. He even bit through the pillar of his building and destroyed the whole thing. You don't want to get bit by his jaws. It's scary watching Luffy get chased down by somebody like that. This fight is officially underway after all the efforts from all of Luffy's pirates and Nami and Nojiko and Gen and the whole village. It's finally happening. Bro, Luffy versus Arlong, it's here. I'm so excited. This is truly like the stronger species versus like determination of a human. Even Arlong said in this episode, "Do you know what my anger is like to see my comrades lose to mere worms?" That's what he thinks about humans. He also said to Luffy, "Do you know what the most terrifying difference is between us?" And that's our species. And that is the fact that on paper, these fishmen should be absolutely destroying all humans. But, that might not be the case. Luffy might be about to prove him wrong. And they already have, with the fact that Sanji, Zoro, and Usopp have already beaten a few of them, Fishmen might not be all they're cracked up to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe humans stand a chance. And that's the thing with this episode, is like hope. We've got hope for the first time, it feels like. You see that with Nami, you see it with the villagers, you see it with everybody. Now Luffy's back. There's hope that maybe, they can escape Arlong finally. And Luffy finished it with a great quote saying, "There is no way I would ever lose to a fish." I just thought that was great. Like, that just sums up Luffy completely. He doesn't see him as anything more than a fish, and that he's going to be the king of the pirates and that he's going to beat him. That's all Luffy's thinking right now. He's got tunnel vision towards beating the shit out of Arlong, and I cannot wait for this fight. Let's do it.